In Lakota Star Knowledge stories, there is a really nice story concerning two people, and I think we can learn a lot from their communication. The two people were leaders. One, his name was Tatanka, and this means buffalo bull, but there were no buffalo yet at the time. Okay, this was a leader of the people, and he was a older guy, full of wisdom. And at this time, our ancestors lived inside the earth. And Tatanka told the people that one day we will be going on the surface of the earth. Well, there was a lot of young people, and they got very impatient, and they wanted to go on the surface immediately. But the old wise leader said, no, that's not ready yet. The earth is not ready yet for us to arrive there, because there's still, creation happening. So this says a lot about what was not ready for us. Something to think about. Well, this other leader, he was a young guy, and his name was Tokahe, but I will refer to him as the young leader. And this young leader was really impatient, and he wanted to go now. And he went before the old wise leader and said, I think we should go now. And the wise leader would say, no, it's not time yet. And so the young leader tried to overthrow the wise leader. He was sending all kinds of unhealthy communication towards the wise leader. And the wise leader, he would respond in patience, and love, and compassion. So the young leader was like sending like attacks against the old man, but the old leader withstood it, and he communicated from within. He listened to what the young man was saying, and then he responded from within. And he gave the reason, that it's not time yet. We will be going on the surface, but it's not time yet. And as a result, the young man was defeated. So this young man went among the people, kind of like going on a campaign trail. He was really working the people up, saying that, oh, this old guy, he's too old-fashioned, and he doesn't know. That we need to go on the surface of the earth now. And he would be saying, come with me and let's overthrow this old leader, and then we take the people up to the surface of the earth. Well, a lot of people followed him. They joined him, but they were mostly younger people. And so they went to like a battle, like a civil war. They attacked the older leader and his people, the followers, the all other wise people. But it didn't work because the older people, they were communicating from within themselves. They were sending out healthy responses to the attacks from the younger people. And because the younger people were communicating either from the mind or from anger, and emotion. But the older people were using both together, because that's how we communicate in a healthy way, is when we use both our minds and our hearts. So that's how the older people were communicating. And as a result, again, the younger leader and his followers, they were defeated. So the younger people decided to just go on their own. Well, they went on the surface of the earth and they got in trouble real fast. And when they came on the surface, yeah, they felt things they never felt before, and it was hard for them to manage to live. And they were in a condition that was very difficult. And it got to the point where it looked like most of them might be dying. A lot of them had already died because they couldn't handle how it was. There was just a few left. So they were facing extinction. And so the older wise leader, and those people are still inside the earth. And after a time, they get a message from the Wakantanka that it's time to go on the earth and also to save that first group that went out there. So back on the surface of the earth, the young leader, when he saw that most of his people were dying, he realized that he made a mistake. So he humbled himself and he prayed to the Wakantanka and asking for help. He changed, because he saw the destruction, the devastation of his people. And it didn't look too good, and his heart started to change. First he's sad, and he realized he made a mistake, and he apologized. And at that time, the older people from inside the earth, they came on the earth, surface of the earth. They found this younger group, and they saved them. From this story, we learn that when we are approached with difficult situations or emotions from others, coming against us, that first of all, we go within ourselves. Maybe we have a medicine wheel and we look at it, and it helps us to remind ourselves that we have a physical part, a spiritual part, a mental part, and emotional part, and they all connect together. And in that center is the sacred center where the four parts connect. That's the sacred center. And so we remember that, we visualize that, and we remember that, and we try to do our best in taking care of those four parts of ourselves. That way our minds and our hearts can talk to each other, and we know how to learn from that difficulty and make the best out of the situation. That's what these older, wiser people did when they were attacked by the younger ones. They did this, and they were able to withstand this attack with patience and love and praying for peace. But they stood up for themselves, and they stood up in this way, acknowledging the total self. That's how we face our fears too. That we'll get through it. This was like a storm coming, this attack from the younger people. But when you stand your ground and you stand in your beliefs, and that storm will go over. It will not be there for a long time. And that's what happened at that battle, that these older wise people were able to come together. First, you come together inside yourself. You have like a society or a tioshpaya inside of your body. So when you look at the four parts of yourself and take care of them as best as you can, you're communicating from here and here. And then you're coming together, And then now, if others are doing the same thing too, then you have a really healthy society, and you know how to handle any kind of an attack, and you have patience, and you know that love always wins. Yeah. And you just stand strong because you can see more down the road than people who are only using their minds or only using their hearts. They can only see right in front of them. Whereas when you use both, you see more, and you see more depth to reality as well. And this is how the older people were able to withstand that attack, and they were able to come together and be strong and healthy, support one another, and yet still pray for those younger ones who are attacking them, praying that they will see like they are, yeah, that they will somehow find peace within themselves and become strong together again instead of two factions. And that's what happened when the younger guy, when most of his people were going to die, he started to really humble himself, and it caused himself to realize, his heart and mind started to connect, and he realized he made a mistake. But he knows that he needs to ask for help. And that's what we're designed to do. Yeah. It's like our lungs. They teach us that. Yeah. They inhale and exhale. Sometimes we have to ask for help. And that's okay. Yeah. We're supposed to ask for help. And that's what this young leader did. He asked for help. And help came. So our lungs teach us that sometimes we give help. Yeah. But it's also okay to ask for it and receive it. So our body's teaching us that with every breath. So this older people managed to save the younger ones, or what was left of them. So after that, the young leader started to communicate like that, like the old guy. Yeah. He started to send out healthy energy because he asked for help. That's sending out a healthy energy. And it came. Yeah, it helped him. So this is how we live. This is how we communicate. So we can learn from that and use that example, like when we are in a difficult situation where we have very angry people, telling us we're wrong and stupid and that they know what's right. Yeah. They know what's right for the country. We come together. Yeah. We come together inside of ourselves and then with each other. And that's how we face this, like in this story. And when we do this is sending out a healthy energy to those people who are attacking us. And we're praying for them that they will hopefully find peace and that they will learn from their communication, because they're sending out unhealthy energy. And natural law of generosity says that whatever you send out, it's going to come back to you 4 times as strong. So if it's unhealthy, it comes back to you 4 times as unhealthy. So that's why we pray for them. Yeah, we stand strong within yourself and then with each other. And we do that, and then we pray for peace, so that door of opportunity is there at some point. They will be able to see it and walk through it and come into peace within themselves and with all of us too. That's what we pray and hope for. So when we do that, we're sending out healthy energy, and that comes back 4 times as strong for us too. So that's what this story is teaching, to communicate when difficult communication comes to you. We really need to put that in motion, especially in these times. I'm talking today is September 10th, 2025. And now we need to learn that. Yeah, we need to communicate like this old guy and his people more than ever, and pray for those that are causing the problem. We have to think about when we are saying things and other people are hearing it, or even online activity, that we have to be careful because our communication, whatever we send out. So it would be good if we think about how we communicate. What message are we sending out? Is this message leading to peace? Is it about peace? Or are we attacking back like the young guy? See, if the old man, if he attacked back the same way that the young man was, then that door for peace would either go further away, or maybe it goes away completely and both sides end up destroying each other. And then there's no more people left. You see what I mean? It's really important that we communicate in a healthy way. And sometimes, yeah, it's okay to get angry, but don't make decisions based on an emotion. Yeah, we have to express that in a constructive way and then let it go so that the clarity comes to us and that healthy communication can then come out of us. But if we respond in anger to those who are angry at us, it's unhealthy communication flying back and forth, and it comes back stronger to both sides. That does not lead to peace. So this is why I like to talk about that story. Yeah, that this whole channel, everything that I say on this channel, this is so that we learn to communicate in a healthy way. Like this old wise leader in this story. Because see, in the story, it shows that they ended up helping those people because they got in such a horrible condition. Yeah, we didn't say, oh, see, I told you so. Then, well, you have to suffer, so then just leave them be. If we do that, that's unhealthy. Yeah, that's unhealthy communication because people can change. Yeah, whether it's healthy to unhealthy or unhealthy to healthy, people can change. We have that ability. That's why we pray for peace. So I'd like for you to think about that and look at your communication. And if you are communicating, responding in anger to what's happening in the world today, well, you're sending out unhealthy energy too. I mean, it's like I said, it's okay to be angry, but don't stay there because then you become addicted to it. You wake up and you're like, I can't wait to get mad today. You see how crazy that sounds. So it's okay to feel anger, sadness, and to be scared, but just do something to get that emotion out. And a lot of times you can do something physical, take a walk, go into the nature, look at a flower, and just let it talk to you. Yeah, let it just look at it and say, wow, they're so beautiful. And or if you like animals or whatever, that you just look at it and just lose yourself in it. Yeah, that when you do that, you're connecting with it and it's connecting back to you and it's helping you to to have your foundation again. So then we communicate. Yeah, then we send our response. So that's a healthy way to do that, and that is the way of peace. Ohechitu Mitakuyepi. That's the way it is. And I ask that you think about it, and everything I'm talking about is based on Lakota Star Knowledge. And I look forward to talking with you again. Yeah, catch you in the next video. I invite you to come visit my website at wolakota7.com. You can see the address on the screen, and here you can learn about the books that I've written and also some of the services that I offer. For example, spiritual consultation and Lakota language lessons. And you can see the books that I wrote, and one of them, called Keya Mato Stonehearts, I wrote with my wife. And if you would like to order these books or order any of my services, you can see all the information on the screen. And for more questions, please write to me at the email address that you see at the right of the screen. Ho, Lila Pila Maelo. Thank you very much.